it's Wies again. It's gonna be a very, what is it?
Short hairstyle.
Very short hairstyle, of course. And the color, it's let's surprise you.
Yeah. Don't gonna say it, but okay, we turn so they can see how your hair is growing out, but you're still in the growing out. And the next time we're going for blonde again.
Yes.
Because then we're fall summer.
Then it's fall summer.
Thank you very much. Hello friends, Wies is back again. Now, she loves ultra short hairstyle, you already know that. As I said in the end of the video, some hairstyles she had with different colors in the line of the photos. But now we're going for a new trendy color. And the next time we're going for ultra platinum blonde, because she's very dark, with some spots of platinum blonde of her own. That's not much, but start with protection, wet the hair, start with thinning out like I normally do in our case, because now it's getting very interesting, because then you can look through the hairs and see your natural colors, so that's also very nice. But you see also what you can do with when you're having blonde hair, platinum blonde colored first time, and then which shades you can all do with it. Starting with the upper hair, and Wies has a lot of hair. It's very thick. The last time was a greenish color, but you still see that a little bit into the hairs, but it's not something to get noticed of because it will be gone afterwards. Take a fine thinning system, lay the first part of the hair aside, go in deep, and bring in some air. Take every time about 1.5 centimeter hair. Go to the other side. Take myself that 1.5–2 centimeters hair and thin up about 0.5 centimeter of the skin. So now the hair is much easier to move because you're creating freedom in the hairstyle. When you have thick hair, the hair only does what the hair wants to do. But when you create air between it, you can do everything with the hair you want to do with it. This was the first part of my cut. So now start on the sides. Het scheelt wel een stuk weer, hè?
Heerlijk.
Okay, take my Kiona clipper. Take a large flat comb. Start in the upper line. Creating the connection between the upper hair and the underfold. I really love to have a flow into the lines even when they are ultra short. For those who watch the old videos of her, you know she has a little scar on the back. There create some tattoos. And for those who watch the videos, this is I think about 6 weeks old or something like that. The hair grows a lot. Because you can see how long the hair is. It's 1.5 centimeters, still 2 centimeters, so in 1.5 months. Nice thing is working with a flat comb is that you can guide the hairs into the comb. Put the blade in the sharpest position, make a nice faded line. And leaning on the skin, not on the hairs. In between, put the blade to the back and the front again to clean the blades. Coming to the back, again start in the upper lines. Want to hold the connection to the upper hair on the back. So I adopt the shape of the skull. You can hear how wonderful thick her hair is, because the clipper blades get stuck in it. In the center there's the little scar, here. Don't get worried about this, because when normally people have dark hair and have a scar, you take an eyebrow, pick a pencil and just color it in. Then you don't see it anymore. Put my blade to the back again. Het is echt moeilijk vandaag met je haar.
Niet normaal, hè?
Use my clipper as a comb, then lay it flat, go into the line where I start the combing line. So first I come up to the line, then I have about 3 millimeters. It's about 1/10 of an inch. Then on the line I lay it flat, I have 2 millimeters. Go into the natural lines of the hair fall, put it in a sharper position, start combing again, fade the line that's laying above it, lay it flat, and then you have the sharpest position and work the line in. There where it's needed, I work with my comb, because then I can get much nicer the roundings of the skull. And summer has started today, and yesterday we had a lot of warmth, and today we have rain. So that's typical Dutch summer. But in my studio the sun always shines, so clean this in between. When you make short hairstyles in summertime, you have to tell the customers to use sun protection, because the first days the skin will be very sensitive to the sun. Small adjustments to the lines. Pulling up the skin so the hair sets straight. Get rid of the shadow effect of the natural shapes. Clean it again. Knowing that the upper hair is a little bit longer, but it's a disconnect, I need this. So first I'll wet it a bit. Then I'll lay it aside. Go to the underlines. When hair is thick like this, you can always, when the hair is even thicker, put the blade in the back position, then you have more grip on the hair. Lekker, dat is wel zo'n vak afgaan.
Ja,
Ja,
net dat je lentejas uit doet.
ja, dat is gewoon, je hebt gewoon heel dik haar.
Echt ongelooflijk.
Creating my disconnect. Put my blade to the back again. Start in the combing position. Get rid of the hairs that don't want to lay to the sides. Do this in a freehand style. Lay the blade flat on the skin with the comb to the back. Put it in the sharpest position, come on, coming up to the upper lines and lay it flat in the under lines. Putting a bit on the skin. Now go back to the go into the combing position again. Go in the opposite lines of the natural fall. Go in the sharpest position and comb again. On the rounding, use my flat comb, position of the blade to the back, putting on the skin, correct the natural lines, especially the natural shapes, because in the fall of the skull it looks darker. And the contour are fade in the sharpest position. Now clean this in between.
Bij mij wordt het helemaal goed.
Huh?
Bij mij wordt het
Ja,
helemaal
dat is
goed.
waar. With my fine clipper, I clean the contour line. I don't want sharp lines because it's still feminine when it's short and you have soft lines. So I lay it on the skin again, hold my blade a bit in the angle and fade the line but with holding it. Maybe I can show you from the other side. I lay my clipper on the skin and then gently go over the contour line, but not having the whole blade on the skin and on the hairs, so only a tip of it, so you get a nice soft boyish feminine line. I really love the softness of it. Now you see I have a little scar. Yeah, I have to do something with it. Last time I made a wig. So now I want to do something else with it, just something small. Creating some fantasy. It's also nice when you have a large flat part on the back to create something that has more creativity in it. And don't have to be much. In her case, less is more. And by the time this grows back, you don't see the scar anymore. So far, tattoo art. Clean this. Get over to my large clipper again, put it to the back, and the hairs that hang over I take a little bit off. Just to soften the lines. The lines between it I fade just by taking away a little bit more of the hairs, so the parts that's left out look a little bit thicker. So now go to the upper hair. Wetting the upper hair. Now I will leave a little bit length because then I can play with the colors a lot better. And what I told you, the next time we will certainly bleach the hair again. But now we only have to work on the overflows of the hairs. Starting at the first line, lay the hair in the natural shapes. Starting in the back, take my large Keyhole scissor. It's a 7, so it's a very nice tool. But the wonderful thing of this tool is you can slice with like hell with it. There's hollow blades. You can even shave the contour with it. Same rule on the other side. Lay the hairs to the side. Lay them in the natural fall. Starting in the back. Set up my first line. You can see Wies is a tall woman. And I'm just crimping. Getting smaller by aging. Take away about ½ centimeter and on the front a centimeter hair. This I do also for the color contrast. Go over the center line, lay the hair aside, take it up with my fingers. Some people think I don't part, but I really part. I'll show you that from the side so you can see what I'm doing. So lay the hairs to the side. I pin up with my fingers. Take that part up. Lift it up and cut it. Lay it aside. Watch where I ended. Take my new line. And do this every time. So I really part. And I don't have to pin anything away. Just leave the hairs in natural fall, and you always find your lines. It's the best way to take up hairs. work very easy with it then. So the rest of the other side. So lay them aside, take them up, watch it at the line I set out, it's laying there. I didn't notice this till I learned my son the profession. He told me, "Dad, what are you doing with your fingers?" When I took this up, I laid it into my comb, and it went so fast I didn't notice that myself. So it came from somewhere, but I don't know where. Not from school. I have to find myself the connection from the back to the top. So I go in, adjust the line a bit, get into the roundings. And for short hairstyles, a large tool like this is wonderful. I think that's one of the most classic scissors Fiona has, but still the best. Not very expensive, and they last a lifetime. Soft on the line to the front. This is slice cutting. So now I can play with the hairs and do whatever I want. So now we come to put on the collar. Kleine haartjes eruit hebben gehaald. For the texture for coloring, gonna work with Illum. Illum is a product of Goldwell, and in the States it's T.K.S. Plastic foil. Put it on the plastic foil. Now Illum has some tools to work with, so I can take off this part of the bottle. This I use for cleaning because I can put water in it. Then take off the protection of the bottle. This is pink and all. It looks like this. And I can use it as comb. So I put this on and I comb it into the hairs. The products of Goldwell and T.K.S, especially Illum, very aggressive to plastics, because when you do a normal bowl and you leave it in, yeah, it gets lighter of color and it breaks the plastic down. But for hair there's nothing wrong with it. This we're leaving on for 25 minutes. We go for a coffee tea. You can stay there because we're back in less than a second, of course. So far Illum. Take wood clip. Put plastic foil high up because I don't need it down. It's warm enough in the studio. So, we'll be back. Hello, back from coloring. After 25 minutes you rinse it out, put a lock over it. Illum works with the lock product. So it locks the color into the hairs and stays longer. What I'm going to do is styling her hair. Now she has very strong hair, so I use a smooth product. Use a smooth from Glint. The nice thing of smooth products is they add moist to the hair, and when you heat them with the blow dryer, they get more in rest. A small feather brush of Ergo. Jongen, lekker dat steun dit hoor. Maar deze kun je lekker koelen ook als je wil.
Ja.
Deze heeft echt een hele koude koudstand. Dat korte haar is nog nat, hè?
Ja, niet normaal, hè?
Ja. So far blow dry. Using of the glitter line Spider Cream. It's a flex slope rubber product. And adding some roughness to the hairs. On this I put a little bit glow spray. Bring out the colors even more. It's a diamond gloss of the same line of glint. It's also protecting and it smells really nice and holding the hair really in lovely condition. Cleaning the contour line. Wet it a bit, not too much. This is the new color and new hairstyle of Wies. I thank her for being my model. I thank you for watching. She will certainly turn around to show you end result. And we see each other next video. Bye bye. Hey, please, you may turn around.
I will turn around.
I will turn around.
Turn around, turn around. Thank you very
welcome.
much. So it's Wies again. It's gonna be a very, what is it?
Short hairstyle.
Very short hairstyle, of course. And the color, it's let's surprise you.
Yeah. Don't gonna say it, but okay, we turn so they can see how your hair is growing out, but you're still in the growing out. And the next time we're going for blonde again.
Yes.
Because that